Hello, people at the house audio. Today we're talking about we're trying to do suicide awareness again. I do this a lot on my channel, but it does mean a lot to me trying to help people with their problems. And there's so many people in this country with depression and suicide thoughts, and my heart does really go out to them. I know myself. If you don't know me, I would recommend you go back and look at my videos, because I took a very bad plunge last year, and I was in the mental hospital and all that. And I was in the most darkest and most dullest place in my life. But as the saying goes, time is a great healer. Time is a great healer. Through time, things can get better. Things can go worse for time and time again, but a majority of the time things do get better. You might be in a dark place, but eventually the light of justice and free will and of peace and tranquility will come and shine down upon you, make your life easier, and guide you through this tough time during depression. And I say to everybody who's watching who does have depression, you're never alone. That's all I'm going to say. You're never ever alone. And nobody in this world is alone suffering with depression. Everybody on this planet has been depressed once in their life. It is if you're constantly depressed. But depression is a mental illness, and if you do have depression, you seek out, you need to understand it. If you don't understand it, you will be regretting, like I did for a long time. I was pushing it out that I'm not depressed, and I never would be depressed. And I actually severely was depressed, and it was like I couldn't admit it. And then I'm able to admit it now. I wasn't able to admit it back then, last year, and it's a terror. Like I was on the brink. I was on literally the slightest bit away from ending up in the sea in the lake. Slight, tiny sliver of life away. Literally, I only probably had maybe 2 minutes left before I nearly fell into the sea, only for the cops to stop me. And I do owe my life to the cops. Even, I say to people who are depressed and need somebody to talk to, there's always something to talk to, I promise you. I'm never going to say something that I don't believe is true, because there is so many kind people out there. I believe there is tons of nicer people. For every nice person you meet, there's a million more left in a town. Now that's only in the town, not in the world. And there's a trillion more left in the world that's actually so nice, you wouldn't believe. And then there's 2 or 5 people in a country that are actually evil as hell and drive people to suicide and depression. And this is kind of bullying too, physical bullying and mentally bullying, or psychological bullying, in other words. You can't let them feel what they want you to feel. They might want hatred in your life, and they might want so much depression in your life, but if they're going to wish it on you, then they have nothing else better in their life, but they have the depression. And they're the ones that's purely evil. And that don't deserve to really be helped if they're going to bully somebody to suicide. And believe me, I heard so many stories about people being bullied to suicide. And my heart really does go out to people who are in that situation. Right now, there's about 300 people nearly in a county in Ireland that is on the brink of suicide. And I always will say it, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what tunnel you go down, there's always a way out. And the only path forward in that tunnel is if you go straight forward and not back to the past of depression and in the past of being in a very dark place. Because the tracks of the tunnel, if it's a train track, will lift you and travel with you down the track like a train would. And if you're in only car tunnel, the cows of peace and tranquility will guide you to the end of the tunnel. And so with all your friends and your family and anybody that you know, even the neighbour that you say hello to and you don't even know the name of the person, if you are depressed, they are all there for you. I swear to God. There might be one or two that's just been ignorant, but I swear to God, and I swear on my grave, if I ever die, I swear on my grave, and this can go down in history books for what I say, there's always somebody that you know personally. You might not even know them for just talking to them, and you might just say how are you and hello, but that's literally enough. Because they take the time to even say hello to you, they even ask how you are, and they do care about you, and they will be devastated if something happened to you. And there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and the only part is the path forward, which I took. I was in the middle of the tunnel, didn't know to go back on the past and relive the past of things I done wrong, or go forward and push back with might and with courage and with hope of a better future and a better life for myself and my friends and my people who are watching now. I pushed forward, and I'm here today talking about this that I never would have talked about last year. And the only way I done that was I had a few friends that give me a push up the tunnel in a little train car and push me right up to the end of the tunnel into the light of peace and tranquility. Now we might say that's a nuisance what I'm just saying here, but it is true. The tunnel always has light. It might not have lights that you can switch on and off, but there's always that glowing light at the end of the tunnel that will bring you peace and love. With your family and your friends, the light of the tunnel can be reached in touching distance. If you ask somebody to help, they will guide you through the tunnel, and they will give you the push up forward to the tunnel, the edge of the tunnel, the end of the tunnel, I mean. And they will always support you, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you annoy them. They are always going to help you, friends and your family, and anybody that knows you will honestly help you. So yeah, take it for watching. And if you do feel like ever talking, as I always say, I always hear the way you talk, to be honest, but I'm only going by experience. So yeah, take it for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.